Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of My Child, My Voice, Kid Connection. Are you ready for story time? I know I am. I know I'm getting ready for Halloween. As you can see, I have my little hat on today because I am so excited to talk about our book of the day. Now, I just want to remind you, our show is brought to you by the National Parents Union. The book of the day is called The Little Old Lady Who Was Not Afraid of Anything by Linda Williams. And the craft of the day I'm excited to talk about. What I'm showing you here is an apple pumpkin stamp. If you can see here what that looks like. Isn't that cute? I can't wait to show you how to do it with simple things that you have in your house, which is an apple. So let's get started with story time. I am going to put my little craft down and I'm going to hide away so we can start story time. So give me a minute just to get ready. And so now we're ready to start our story time. I cannot wait because this is about the little old lady who was not afraid of anything. Just going to make it bigger so everybody can see. There we go. Now you can see the book. And let's get started. And The Little Old Lady Who Was Not Afraid of Anything by Linda Williams, illustrated by Megan Lloyd. Once upon a time, there was a little old lady who was not afraid of anything. One windy afternoon, here, I forgot to hide away something. There we go. One windy afternoon, the little old lady left her cottage and went for a walk in the forest to collect herbs, spices, nuts, and seeds. She walked so long and so far that it started to get dark. There was only a silver of moon shining through the night. The little old lady started to walk home. Suddenly she stopped. Right in the middle of the path were two big shoes, and the shoes went clump, clump.
Get out of my way, you two big shoes. I'm not afraid of you,
said the little old lady. On she walked down the path, but behind her she could hear two shoes go clump, clump. A little further on, the little old lady stumbled on a pair of pants, and the pants went wiggle, wiggle.
Get out of my way, you pair of pants. I'm not afraid of you,
said the little old lady, and she walked on. But behind her, she could hear two shoes go clump, clump, and one pair of pants go wiggle, wiggle. Further still, the little old lady bumped into a shirt, and the shirt went shake, shake.
Get out of my way, you silly shirt. I'm not afraid of you,
said the little old lady, and she walked a little bit faster, but behind her she could hear two shoes go clump, clump. One pair of pants go wiggle, wiggle. And one shirt go shake, shake. A little ways on, the little old lady came upon two white gloves and a tall black hat. And the gloves went clap, clap. And the hat went, like a nod, nod.
Get out of my way, you two white gloves, and you tall black hat. I'm not afraid of you,
she said. And she walked just a little bit faster, but behind her, she could hear two shoes go clump, clump. One pair of pants go wiggle, wiggle. One shirt go shake, shake. And two gloves go clap, clap. And one hat go nod, nod. By now, the little old lady was walking quite a fast pace. She was very near her cottage when she was startled by a very huge, very orange, very scary pumpkin head. And the head went boo, boo. This time, the little old lady did not stop. She did not stop at all. She ran. But behind her, she could hear two shoes go clump, clump. One pair of pants go wiggle, wiggle. One shirt go shake, shake. Two gloves go clap, clap. One hat go nod, nod. And one scary pumpkin head go boo, boo. The little old lady did not look back. She ran as fast as she could and didn't stop to catch her breath until she was safe inside her cottage with the door locked. She sat in her chair by the fire and she rocked and rocked. It was so quiet in her cottage before the knock, knock on the door. Should she answer it? Well, she was not afraid of anything, so she went to the door and opened it. And what do you think she saw? Two shoes go clump, clump. One pair of pants go wiggle, wiggle. One shirt go shake, shake. Two gloves go clap, clap. And one hat go nod, nod. And one scary pumpkin go boo, boo.
I'm not afraid of you,
said the little old lady bravely.
What do you want anyways?
We've come to scare you.
You can't scare me,
said the little old lady. Then what becomes of us? The pumpkin head suddenly looked unhappy.
I have an idea,
said the little old lady. She whispered in the pumpkin's ear. The pumpkin head nodded and its face seemed to brighten. The little old lady said,
Good night,
closed the door, and whistled her way to bed. See how she's whispering to them? I wonder what she said. The next morning, she woke up early. She went to her window and looked out into her garden. And what do you think she saw? Two shoes go clump, clump. One pair of pants go wiggle, wiggle. One shirt go shake, shake. Two gloves go clap, clap. And one hat go nod, nod. One scary pumpkin head go boo, boo, and scared all the crows away. Oh my goodness. Did everybody enjoy that? Look at that. It was a scarecrow that she asked them to be. Isn't that exciting to see? And that ends our story time. I'm going to come back on. Hi, everybody. Did you enjoy that story time? I know I did. It was a little scary, wasn't it? But really, at the end, it wasn't, because the little old lady was not scared. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing my screen and come a little bit closer. And we are going to do our apple pumpkin stamp. Are you excited? I know I am. Okay, so let's get started. What do you need? First of all, have an adult in your house. Ask if you can help get an apple so that you can cut the apple in half with a knife. So that is one thing you want to have an adult with you to help you, whether it be your tío, your tía, your grandma, your abuelita, your brother, your sister, whoever is an adult in the house that can help you cut an apple in half. What also you're going to need, and I forgot to get my paper. But anyhow, let me get that really quick. As you can hear my stuff in the background. Paper. And then what also you're going to need is some orange paint. Mine is just an acrylic. Whatever orange paint you have at home, you could use. Now you can use a paintbrush or you can use your finger to help color the apple. Now, some extra things you would like to have is you can have some squiggly eyes. I know I have some squiggly eyes to make some additions to your apples, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. But make sure you have a paper plate. Doesn't matter what kind, just a simple paper plate. And then we'll go from here. So I'm going to move my camera down so that you can see how to do this, our craft of the day, which is an apple pumpkin stamp. All right, let's get started. I'm going to move my paper, and I have here my plate, and I'm going to get my paint. Now, what I did too is I made sure I had some, like, whether you have a paper towel or a wet one or something around, because if you're going to use your finger, it's best to have that so that you can, clear up. And before you start, I'm going to make this little suggestion. We are using paint. I almost forgot because I got so scared from the story today. Have some kind of old shirt or apron on so that you don't mess up your shirt. I'm going to take my hat off just real quick. I love dressing up for Halloween. How about all of you? I love this time of month. It's so fun. So I'm going to move that. And then we'll get started. I just need to move my microphone so you don't hear the squiggle squiggle like you did in the story. And my Halloween hat. Okay, let's get started. So make sure you have something. You can wear like an old t-shirt if you have one that you know that your parents or whoever the adult in the house allows you to wear, so that if you get it dirty, it doesn't matter. Actually, I have fun with, getting paint on my shirt. I make some designs on it. Anyways, let's get started. Okay, so I put some orange paint on my plate, and I did cut my apple in half. I just did a few minutes ago, so it looks a little brown, but kind of looks like a little pumpkin. I took my finger and I'm just going to color the inside of the apple all the way around, cover all the apple as much as you can. I want to cover it all really good. As you can see, I'm putting a lot of paint. I'm trying to use all the paint that I put on here on my plate. and cover all the way around. Put as much as orange on here because now pumpkins can be different colors. I've seen some white ones. I've seen some, different ones, but orange is the popular one that you will always see. So this is why we're doing our orange. And you're just using your finger to cover the whole apple. As I mentioned, I am trying to cover put as much paint on the sliced apple. Okay, I'm going to put that down, wipe my finger really quick. That's why it's good to have some napkins or something by you. I'm using like a wet one to kind of help. Okay, so I'm going to move this over here. I'm going to bring my paper back. And I'm going to get my apple. And what you want to do is make sure when you put it on your paper, put it in a position where you want to show your design. I'm going to move my plate over. And then put it how you want to do it. So I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to set it down, and then I'm going to press really hard down. Kind of move my hand around to make sure that the paint gets all in the paper. And there you go. Now you can repeat this by putting some more paint on and then keep doing as many pumpkins as you want on your page. Now I'm going to let this dry because it is wet. I'm going to put my apple to the side. And then you want to let it dry for like at least a few minutes. Now what I have here is I have some markers are really good to have. Once your paint has dry, what I did, and if you want to be creative, if you have some glitter, when your paint is wet, sprinkle some glitter on your pumpkin. As I mentioned, the squiggly eyes, like I have these squiggly eyes, mine are stick-on ones. You can stick them on here to make your pumpkin have some really bright eyes. And then you can like color in your stem of the pumpkin, like this is green. You can kind of add like a curly thing coming out from your pumpkin. However you want to do it. You can do a brown stem. I left this pumpkin right here. And then I made a jack-o'-lantern out of this one. I did my black eyes and my mouth and my nose. Like these are triangles. So you can draw like triangles, whoop, 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 and do it that way. As I mentioned, you can add the squirrely lines, add as many squirrely lines as you want on the pumpkin. However you want your pumpkin to look, you can do it. So be creative with them. As you can use brown as your stem. You can use green. You can use a black marker, as I mentioned, to do a jack-o'-lantern. You can paint some grass on here to make it look like it's sitting on grass, or hay. You can do yellow to make it look like pieces of hay. So whatever you want your design of your apple stamp, it's great. And it looks like a little pumpkin. Now, if you really want to be creative, you can actually fold like this piece of paper is like this. I have made where I filled it in half and I did a pumpkin on both sides. You can make a card, and you can actually make a card and send it to someone that you love, whether it be a grandparent, an aunt, an uncle, or a cousin, or anybody you want to send it to, and make a really pretty card so that you can send them a Halloween card and tell them about the book you heard today. And this is very simple. However you want to make your apple stamp, like I said, give it about at least 20 minutes to 15 to 20 minutes to at least let the paint dry, because mine is dry here. If you want to add glitter, remember, sprinkle the glitter as it's wet and then let it dry. I just happen to have glitter, and I put some on my little pumpkin to match my little pumpkin eyes. But like I said, however you want to do your pumpkins, just a regular old pumpkin here, or you want to do a jack-o'-lantern, or you want to do a pumpkin with some eyes, however you want to do your pumpkin, be creative. That's what it's about. This is art. It's fun. So I'm going to bring this back up. I hope everybody has enjoyed our craft of the day, which is the apple pumpkin stamp. And our book of the day, The Little Old Lady Who Was Not Afraid of Anything by Linda Williams. I hope you had fun just as much as I did. I love making these apple stamps. If you have questions in regards to on the craft itself, you can reach me, Miss Wendy, at wendy@mpunion.org. And I'm happy to help you with your craft of the day. Like I said, be creative. This is so fun. Or even hang this on your window for Halloween for everybody to see your creative little pumpkins. I hope everybody had fun as much as I am. And I can't wait to our next episode, because this month on Kid Connection, we will be talking about different things like Dia de los Muertos, Day of the Dead, or more Halloween books that we can read. So I hope you get to enjoy another episode of Kid Connection. We'll see you next week. Bye, everybody.